Hey, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a season where you're trying so hard to make something work that you don't even realize you're fighting against the very thing God is trying to free you from? Like you're pushing, stressing, forcing, and nothing is moving because deep down, God is whispering, let go, I've got this. And that's what I want to talk about today, surrendering to divine wisdom and what it really means to embrace God's will. I used to think surrendering meant giving up. I used to think it meant losing control, losing power, or accepting something I didn't want. But the more life hit me, the more I realized surrendering to God isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's choosing peace over panic. It's choosing trust over fear. It's choosing to believe that God sees the full picture when I can only see one little corner of it. And honestly, the more I lean into that, the more I discover just how much unnecessary weight I was carrying. The problem is, most of us don't surrender because we're scared of what God's will asks of us. We're scared He'll take something away, or move us in a direction we didn't plan, or close a door we wanted so badly to keep open. We get so wrapped up in our own timelines, our own expectations, our own ideas of how life is supposed to go. That's when things shift. We panic. We think God is punishing us. We think He's rejecting us. We think He's ignoring our prayers. But in reality, He's protecting us from what we don't see. And sometimes that protection comes disguised as disappointment. Sometimes it comes disguised as delays. Sometimes it comes disguised as silence. And let me tell you, the silence part, that's the hardest, because when God is quiet, the mind gets loud. You start questioning everything. You ask, why this? Why now? Why me? You feel stuck, confused, frustrated, but I've learned that God's silence isn't abandonment, it's alignment. In those moments where He's shifting pieces behind the scenes, preparing you, strengthening you, and guiding you even when it feels like nothing is happening. And sometimes the breakthrough only comes when we finally unclench our hands, stop controlling everything, and say, God, your will, not mine. Then there's that moment, the moment it clicks, the moment you finally realize the thing you were fighting for was too small for you. The moment you see why God shut the door, the moment the pain finally makes sense. That's the moment surrender becomes beautiful. That's when peace shows up. That's when you feel lighter, like you can breathe again. Because God didn't ask you to surrender to take something from you. He asked you to surrender so He can give you something better. And the truth is, you can't receive with closed hands. You can't walk into your calling while dragging old habits, old relationships, old fears, or old plans behind you. Surrender is the bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. So if you're in that battle right now, breathe, slow down, trust that God sees the full picture. Trust that His plan is still good even when the path doesn't look like what you expected. Trust that surrender isn't the end, it's the beginning of a better direction for your life. And if this message is speaking to you, I hope it reminds you that you're not alone, you're not forgotten, you're not behind. You're right where you need to be for God to do something new in you. Before you head out, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I'm always dropping content like this to encourage you, strengthen you, and remind you of who you're called to be. And if this helped you in any way, take a moment to browse the other videos here on my channel. Share one with someone who needs a little hope or a little push today. You never know whose life you might impact with something so simple. Thanks for spending this time with me here. Your growth matters. I'll see you in the next video.